Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Excuse me. So definitely the goal today is going to try to be super careful. Technically, the markets are closed tomorrow, so you don't want to ruin your account today. Then you got to give you an extra day of thinking about your mess up. But I'm pretty sure the futures market's going to be open tomorrow morning, but I think it's just going to be open for a few hours in the morning. All right. We're supposed to have non-farm payroll tomorrow, but I don't think we're going to. Let's check out investing.com for, see here. We'll drag that over. Let's see. Really don't have anything important today as far as news go to really move the market. So it looks like it may be a fairly calm morning here. But tomorrow, like I said, is non-farm payroll. Friday are the unemployment rate. So those are usually some pretty big movers there in the market. But I don't think we're going to get those today. I think with the government being closed, they're not going to release those numbers. So maybe we don't get that normal like choppy day, usually the day leading up to non-farm payroll. Maybe the big sell-off last night was kind of like our non-farm payroll moment. Hopefully nobody got caught in the big sell-off last night. It got pretty wild. We waited to trade the Asia market last night. We didn't trade it for that first hour or so. We pretty much waited till about the time we knew Trump was going to be speaking last night, and man, it got insane. Our biggest winner last night came on gold. We went in with one mini on gold for 5 points last night. We actually took two gold trades last night. The first one was the opener, which I think is always, it seemed like, I can't think of the last time a opening gold trade lost. It seemed like that thing is always banging. I think we did $100 on that trade. Let's see. And that was on the My Funded Futures account. And that's an eval. And then the $500 came on a Bulinox eval. I'm hoping eventually I can get comfortable trading funded accounts with gold. That's going to be the gold, I think, with this elusive account that we've almost got past. We're about $250 away from passing our elusive. We're $100 away from a payout today. I don't know how hard I want to push it, though, just because I don't really want to get that wrecked. So the goals today is to be super cautious with that. So I set up a ATM strategy where as soon as we hit 10 points, we go to break even. So that's kind of going to be the goal, because I'd almost rather just get two 15 points or two 10-point moves. So that's going to kind of, that's going to kind of be the idea to morning. We're just going to look for 15 points on the first two contracts. Then we're going to look for the 30 points on the second one. But as soon as we hit 10 points, we go to break even. This way, if it comes against us, 10 points is almost fairly easy to get in this early morning session. That's usually like the easiest to do. The key is, not to over leverage and get yourself in a bad situation. Because that's something I used to do many months slash maybe a few years back is over leveraged during the opening. You could have like four. Excuse me. I stayed up way too late last night. We can have like four banger moves. Then all it takes is that one crazy move in the morning just to wreck your whole week of good progress. So that's one way that I've been able to stay pretty consistent on my fundeds is just, take your little 10% loss and move on to the next day. So like my 125K, man, we've been stuck on our 25K. We have been stuck between. So you got to get 27,600 to get to pay out with Bewley. So I am over their buffer zone, which is the 26,600 or 26,500. But I have been stuck between 26,500 and 26,800 for 2 weeks. Like, I've been just kind of going back and forth through this count. Take a win, take a loss, take a win, take a loss. It's been kind of like that the last few weeks. But we haven't destroyed it, so that's the positive from it. That's the positive. Just try to survive it whenever you're not trading good. And so that is something that I really started focusing on probably last November is when I really started focusing on not to just take my losses and walk away. Now, we don't 100% do that on evals all the time, but funded accounts, yes. I did have one tilt moment a few weeks back on my not Bullinox, but on the Elusive account where I took a bad loss and we overtraded the very next trade. We over leveraged and we only have $1,000 of drawdown, which is not a lot. And so we ended up blowing our Elusive funded a few weeks back. And we're about 250 away from getting the second one. So I kind of like the longs this morning, personally. I like the fact that we hit that 50 there. We bounced back into the 700s. I'd like to see like a little manipulation out the bottom of our 15 minutes and explode out the top here at the maybe above like the 52. Then your first resistance is going to come at that 75. But I think with all the momentum, I'm thinking like, we can rerun this previous hourly candle up there, around the 820s before we kind of run into some resistance. And that'll be like a 50% pullback of that previous 4-hour candle. So that's kind of what we like this morning. We like to move to the upside. Not saying we're going to get it, but that's the move we like. We got 25.15 minutes, so we got a fairly small 15-minute candle. We will be streaming tonight also. If I know most of you guys usually join me in the evening time. We didn't get really much of a NQ trades last night or MNQ. Like I said, I think we made most of all of our profit on the gold trade last night. We were 2 for 2 on the gold trade last night. All right. Maybe we can find something to listen to, kind of make the morning go by a little faster. Don't. Let's see. Man, looking to the top side, we do have a big order block up there. Yeah, I think if we can pop these 50s, man, we get a nice push up to at least 96 would be our next target to the top side. I don't know. Don't know. We do have an order block also sitting here on the 5-minute charts. Big order block. All the way up to the 800s. How's everyone doing this morning? Did most of you guys continue trading the London session last night? I'm going to mark out that 54 because... Yeah, I want to see like a manipulation to the bottom here. Kind of back down into the 700, then come straight back up. Back below 670, we're going to be short bias. Oh, okay. So London session for you starts at 4 p.m. Wow. So what time is it now there? Okay, so that's like a 12-hour difference. Okay, so that's what, 9:30? Yeah. Interesting. It's 8:30 here for me, or 8:25. Yeah. Yeah, I'm usually trading the New York session. So New York session, I do my funded accounts, and Asia markets usually where I'm trading evals. I've actually been doing better on gold lately than I have the NQ. So we had like 2 banger trades for gold last night. But gold I don't usually stream because I get on there at 5 o'clock my time to take that trade when the market opens. So I think we made like $600 last night in the gold session on the evals. We took $100 trade. That was the very first trade with two micros. This one I did up the ante a little bit, up to 500s. Northwest Arkansas. kind of where the University of Arkansas is. But I don't actually live in the college town, but outside of the college town. Probably like 20 minutes away. So guys, I got about 2.5 minutes before the market opens. I don't know if I've ever seen too many pictures of Indonesia. I've seen quite a few of the Brazil, just, a lot of times my wife watches a lot of that 90 Day Fiance. So I swear it seems like a lot of those women are from Brazil. It seems like it. I swear, almost like like what do you watch? He's like, oh, 90 Day Fiance. Almost like most of the women are from that area. No, we're going to get the break before the market opens. No. I wanted to see this happen when the market opened. Oh, goodness. Come on. Watch this thing go straight up, and we're just about to sit here and watch. Unfortunately, we may get the breakout before the market opens. And to me, this is a little tougher to jump in because you're not encountering the whip that we could get the yank back. I really wanted to see us push out the bottom side, then come out the top side. So now what's going to happen, watch this thing just skyrocket up to like the, 800, 896. So there's just no way for me to jump into this. Unless for some reason we can pull back into this 15 minutes. This is kind of like a little fake breakout like yesterday. $30 seconds. It's breaking out too early for me, man. I wanted to buy. This is what I wanted at the breakout, but it's already happening. There's just no way for me to jump in when it does this. Because what happens is this could wick back into the 15 minutes and then skyrocket. Then the other option is just go straight up. Like that. It took my move away. Son of a bee. That sucks. It took our move away. That was our move, guys. Damn it. That sucks. Up to the 800s. Right at the 50% of that 4-hour candle. I mean, that was perfect. That's what we were looking for. That's what we were looking for, the first initial break, not to happen like right there before the market opens. So that's the 50% of that previously 4-hour candle right there at the 13s. So now we just kind of have to sit on the sidelines and wait. Unfortunately. So this was what I was looking for before the market opened. So I was looking for us to pull back into our 15 minutes. We got the pullback. Didn't quite break out the top. And then we were just kind of looking for that blast back out the top. Kind of like yesterday. Almost the same setup. It's really hard to take these when the market opens because you don't know if you're going to get one of these pullbacks of manipulation of the 15 minutes and then come up. So it makes it super tough. You're selling. I definitely like some kind of pullback. I mean, we're going to run into the pivot. We're running into all this consolidation. I just don't know how much of a pullback you'll get. Big nasty wick. Ooh, look at that dirty 5-minute wick, guys. What's up, Coco? How are you doing today? From Italy? Nice. Yeah, I know. I hear oil is pretty wild right now. Good morning, Fish Lips. This is MNQ. Yeah, also right to the 50% of that 4-hour previously candle too, Fish Lips. That 4-hour 50% was right there. Look. This is what we were looking for pre-market, Fish Lips. But it popped. It was already popping pre-market, so we weren't able to catch the breakout this morning. Yeah, we missed the buy. It started pushing pre-market, so when it does that, I don't really jump in it unless it gets some kind of pullback. So now we're just kind of being stuck here, patiently waiting. I definitely will not enter on this next 5-minute candle because unless this 5-minute candle can make some ground in the next 40 seconds and close clean. It's not really a setup for me as far as shorts go. I'm not saying shorts doesn't work. It just doesn't work for me. All right, about to have a new 5-minute candle. So this will be what, second 5-minute candle? So now we could, I mean, that was the 15-minute retest here. See if you get the complete 15-minute retest back into the zone. Dude, what is the deal with this crap? That's the second day it's done that. So this is kind of where it needs to hold if the longs are going to continue higher here. Mm. Like I said, this is the area it needs to hold for the longs to continue. That would be a retest of the 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. $15 is holding still. So we're still looking for longs as long as this area holds. Woo. Just lost that 15 minutes. Here's another possible bounce spot here. Four seconds left. Almost to the pivot there. Remember, I don't usually short in the pivots, at least on the first time. Retesting support. Yeah, this could be like a little bitty what do you want to call it? Like a consolidation candle where you get like these big wigs, small body, then the next candle that breaks will be a big candle. What is that? What's that? What, 100-point 5-minute candle? So that's a massive, massive 5-minute candle. Excuse me. Pretty much doing the same thing. We're just staying inside that 15 minutes constantly. Still just kind of being patient, guys. No trades yet. What's up, Baye? How are you doing today? So our first trade we're looking for is funded. So like I said, just not the best looking entry so far. We're on the MNQ. Definitely looks like the Bears are trying to take control here. I'm hoping this next 5-minute candle will give us a nice big move one way or the other. Preferably to the downside, I guess, because $30 seconds left for a new 5-minute candle, guys. We're still staying inside of our opening range 15 minutes that we like to trade off of, which is the 9 o'clock to 9:15 candle. And that's the retest of the 8 o'clock 15 minutes. Ooh, good morning, Raul. How are you doing? Yeah, maybe we'll get the push one way or the other here. Looks like we're trying to break back out of that 15 minutes. There's the first 50 hit. Try a break. So this will just be a one trade and done with this account. I was hoping we'd at least get to the 75. That's kind of what I was looking for when we broke that 50. All right. Come on. Hit it. Get it. The final Final piece to the $1,000 trade. Just had to be patient. Just had to be patient and wait, guys. Whew. All right, that pushed me over the payout threshold for 53,600. So get another hopefully $1,000 payout from Bulenox next week. That's it. I'm done for the day. Whew. I can chill the rest of the day. Let me make sure I get these accounts off. Oh goodness. Make sure we got these on evals. We don't want to make no mistakes. I almost just want to disconnect my Buleys and not even take it. So I don't accidentally mess with that stuff. Because I'm only $11 over the threshold. Whew, nice 30-point trade. So we did get a little, we had to wait a few minutes, but we did get the 15 minutes manipulation. So I like to take mostly all my trades around the 15 minutes in the morning. So yeah, definitely got some little liquidity sweep there. We pulled back into that 8 o'clock. See, that's something that I've noticed too. If that first 15 minutes doesn't hold at 9 o'clock, sometimes we pull back into that 8 o'clock 15 minutes. And that's where we pull back to. So the green box is your 15 minutes from 8 o'clock. The gold box is your 9 o'clock 15 minutes. For anybody that likes to use those 15 minutes. I'm just checking all of my ninja charts to make sure I don't have no accounts logged on there that doesn't need to be there. All right, we're going to switch. Oh, I'm double checking my accounts. I need to make sure I'm not on my funded accounts. Like I said, we are only up $11 over that threshold. All right, we'll chill out for a minute, get the emotions back in check, then just kind of wait and see what we can get for a eval trade. Fish lips, we were 2 for 2 last night on gold, man. We slapped a mini trade on the gold last night for $500. And we took the opener for 100 on gold last night. I've been a lot of times I'm on the phone with Methodical Man, and we'll do the gold trade together, get our entries all set up. We're like, okay, walk away. Then, walk away from the desktop, then come back and peek around the corner like, oh, did it hit? Dude, that very first trade hits every single night. I've taken it 3 times this week, and it's won every single time. It was 7 for 7 last night, except if you tried to take it during the Trump speech. Methodical Man said somebody from his lobby took it during the Trump speech, which I'm assuming they probably didn't know Trump was speaking last night, because most people that trade do this every day knows that anytime Powell's speaking or Trump is speaking, you do not touch the market. You just wait. So those are the 2 guys that if you trade every day, you know that you do not touch the market when those 2 guys are talking. Yeah, it's so so true. That's I like that little signal. Yeah, that's what I need to put on my charts. Anytime anytime Powell or Trump is speaking, put like a big skeleton head on there, like do not trade with flashing letters. That's pretty good. Oh shoot. Uh, I feel like the safer trade here is probably the way for us to get back above that pivot for longs and get back above the previous day low. Man, nice push here, guys. This long paid nicely. So nice long on that manipulation of the 15 minutes and coming back through. I'm just glad we got our whole move in that one candle. So that worked out nicely. So back-to-back days with 30-point winners with the opening. Actually, no, we took 60 points yesterday, but 30 is the what I look for initially. Is the 30 points. I think we get this previous day low here. I mean, we just hit that first pivot right here at 50 area. So you could get like a 25 point pullback, maybe back to the 25 or even down to the 820s. The ES is ripping. Yeah, I hear Methodical Man over there talking about the ES. I thought he said he was in an ES trade. We're kind of bumping into the pivot at the moment, guys. Do we explode the pivot or do we get some kind of... Oh, nope. Looks like it's trying to pop it. I didn't know if we would get a pullback to the 25. So that's kind of what I was anticipating. Get that little 25 pullback before it moved higher. Man, 100 points from our entry right now, guys. Is anybody still holding on to the long? This time, fish slips, when I request my payout, we will make sure we don't put in the wrong email. don't want to have my account locked down for 2 weeks. Man, it looks like we would get a nice reversal up there around the 380s to 395. That would be your previous 4-hour high candle. So that's what these little boxes represent if you're new here. This is your 4-hour candles, these two candles here. So 4-hour candle, 4-hour candle. And these are your hourly candles. And the two small boxes are your 15 minutes. So a lot of times whenever we're looking for trades, we're looking for the breakouts out of the 15 minutes, but we're trying to target the top of the previous hourly candle or a 50% mark. So if you go back and look at initial move this morning, we pretty much pushed out to the 50% of that 4-hour candle, like to the tick, before we got the reversal. Man, I almost very tempted to take a short up here with my eval. Does it blast? I know. I didn't know if we're going to get some decent pullback here. We got 53 seconds left for the next 5-minute candle. What's up, Solo? Could easily get a pullback all the way back down to the 50s to retest that pivot. No, it's just going to keep going. Five seconds left for a new candle. Wow. Nope. No pullback. Yeah, what's your question? You had a buy order sitting at 660? Oh, so close. Almost to that pivot, man. That was pretty wild. It did. That would have been a good buy. The sweep of that 4-hour low or that hourly candle and a pivot. That I don't know. I don't know anything about the buying the shares and the company delisting. That's something that I've never have experience. That just may be kind of like a Google question or something. Dude, Fish Lips, you hear Methodicals man's gold win percentage? 106 trades with only 4 losses. Insane. would that be, a 75? That would be your 75 pullback. Like I said, we're switching over to eval. What's up, Clinton? We are doing MNQ or NQ. We trade micros because we're trading either 25Ks or 50K accounts with prop firms. So technically, you only got $1,500 in drawdown. I've done that myself, Jason. I've blown a funded account literally like the day after I got it. Now, I don't know what your risk management is, but whenever I take most of my trades, man, it's usually with just a few micros most days. That way, if I do take a loss, it's not too devastating. I do like the bounce here out of the 50s. We got that next pivot up there at 960. We're still looking for longs as long as 55 holds. Hopefully this is kind of building out a little bull flag here on the 5 minutes. Didn't quite get there. Eval only, guys. Remember that. Not a funded trade. We've already had our funded trade. So we do trade a little bit more aggressive on the evals. Looking for that pivot up there at 960. Didn't quite get the gold line hit, which was my pivot. Give me the 50. Because I know we're going to run into resistance probably at the 60s. No, did we just miss that by a few points? Oh, that's dirty. I wish we would have touched that pivot down there at the 55. Now this could come all the way back to the 900 possible. What did we get? 45? So that's why I don't. You got to be careful when you're buying breakouts on 5-minute candles. You want to do it fairly early or around some kind of whole number or some kind of resistance. So we bought that right above that previous day open. That way we could use that open and close as our support lines. I'm looking for resistance at 60. Hell, we're struggling just to get up to the 50 here. Come on. Guys, we'll also do another elusive giveaway tonight if you guys want. I still have two 25Ks on elusive to give away. And we'll do one tonight. All right, this could easily come back down to the 900s. You want to see hopefully the top of this hourly candle hold up, and that's also the top of your 4-hour candle. So this is where you want to see it hold here. You don't really want to see it back below that level there. No, not necessarily. To me, be short bias again, we would have to get back below the previous day low, Jason. So once we got above the previous day low and kind of like looks like we're going to hold support there. So there's your pivot hit. So this is where I was saying that we're probably going to run into resistance. Not sure how much, but all right. So 2 trades so far. The first one was the funded for 30 points. And that was an eval for 10 and 50 with the runner. 50 points with the runner. Nice for a Thursday, Friday. The only trades that I only ever recommend anybody following me if you want to is probably my funded trades. I don't ever recommend following my eval trades. I mean, I do get good eval trades, but those are the trades that's not necessarily, you know, I take it on a little bit more of a limb just to be trading during my stream. But with my funded account, I'm usually super, super patient with my fundeds, and that's the first trade in the morning. Because we usually don't take a lot of losses on the funded account. Just to show you how little losses I take on my fundeds, this is the funded account that I've had since December 1st, about the first week of December, and I've only taken 5 losses in 5 months trading the opening. And you can see all the losses. They're right here. Either that or, what's that, $100. Most of my losses are around about $100 though. I think I had one bad loss on this account. And that's because I took a loss and I took it to trade again. So that's a no-no. See, and I done traded this thing 50 days. Then this one is also that I think I got this one, February 1st. So what's that? 2 months. We've had 3 losses on our 25K. Yeah, I only trade 3 micros, Jason, in the mornings on my funded accounts. It is a little like grindy when you're starting out. But once you build that buffer, so now like with my 50K, once you get to payout, now this is what Bulinox, the way their structure is set up. So with Bulinox, you do have to make $3,600 to request 1,000. But once you get to that, then you only have to make $1,000 with $2,500 in drawdown. So like, I hit the payout threshold today. So that one winning trade this morning, so I'll be able to request $1,000 from them this evening once all their stuff resets. So we're at the 53,615. So the way it works with Bulinox, once you're over the threshold, you have to keep that threshold money in there. The 2,500. Then you have to make 1,000. Then you can request 1,000. But I know everybody's has their own risk management. I mean, you can take trades with people, but it's the risk management that sometimes that gets most people. Because I know it's got my fair share is risk management, doing stupid stuff and over leveraging. My last mistake that cost me was my Luciv funded about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I did that. I took a loss on my Luciv and I tried to get it back and it didn't work out very well. So that was probably the last fundeds that we jacked up. We're about $250 away from getting it back though, because it's only a 25K with Luciv. So right now with my Luciv account, we're sitting at $26,006, and you got to get to $26,1250 with Luciv. Yeah, that was at a 30-point trade this morning to get me over the threshold solo. You know how those trades are so stressful when like you're like within so close to your payout? It's like the rest of the time it's like cool, like, oh well, what happens, what happens. But man, when you need that last $100, it's like you can just feel the beads of sweat running down the back of your neck, like, oh, or your heart beating a little faster. I feel like the hardest trade is when you're only like it's 20 bucks away. Like I remember I think fish slips or methodical or something needed like $6 or $10. Those trades there are the hardest. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I couldn't remember if it was you or Methodical that told me that fish lips where you blew a count after being so close. Uh, I want to say the last one funded that I blew where I was that close, I was about $400 away from a payout and had a tilt day and blew up my funded. Only $400 away from $1,000 payout. That's when I started getting super strict with the 3 micro trade, trying my best not to lose 120 to 150 per trade. All right. Where's that pivot level? Does the pivot hold here? What is that? 60, 62? I wasn't sure if this pivot's going to hold. Yeah, I haven't heard nobody complain about it. I think as long as you get to your payout or don't do like crate, I think that's the key with some of these prop firms. Don't sit there and try to make like thousands and thousands of dollars on one account. Man, as soon as you get to payout, take your money and pay yourself. I've never got a payout with Lucif. I'm hoping to maybe next month. As soon as if I can pass this one, I'm thinking about making that Lucif account my gold trade account. I'm wondering if our pivot's going to hold here. This is the area that I'm looking to hold. Hmm. If this one prints right here, this one may be our first inside 5 minute 5 minute inside bar. Dude, that thing got right there to the pivot and didn't touch it. I might have that in a wrong spot. Let me check my. I think it did touch. I got it in the wrong. Oh, it did. I got it in the wrong spot. Let's see. No, I don't. Hmm. Is anybody still holding along, or is anybody in a short? Oh yeah, it's very easy to do that when you miss a big move to the upside, Jason. That happens to me quite a bit too. Where if I don't enter in time, I hesitate. Then you're just kind of stuck here watching. Then what happened is you end up getting FOMO and you enter, then you end up taking a loss. That's usually what kind of will happen to me if I do that. If I try to chase the trade. Happens quite a bit. Oh, you lost your funded on the short? How does the elusive flex payout work? I'm not sure. I mean, don't you just same as everybody else? You hit the threshold. One of them doesn't have a consistency rule, solo. One does. It's like they're flipped. So the one that doesn't have a consistency on the fundeds don't have a. It has a consistency on the eval, and it's vice versa for the other one. Which I can look real quick. Let's see. Flex. So with the 50K flex, looks like you have to get 5 trading days of probably $150 on the 50K and $100 on the 25K. Elusive Pro doesn't have that, and you just and they got the end of day, and you got to make $3,000 on theirs. $150. Then $100 on the 25K. Yeah, so I guess if you don't have to worry about all that other stuff, I'd probably I'm not sure. Uh no, I think as long as you keep your 50% buffer, because I think you only can request 50% of their total profit on my funded futures solo. So, like on a 50K, if you made $3,000, you can request 1,500 and at least $1,500 of drawdown. But I think there's two different accounts. That's one of them. There is one where once you get to the threshold, and if you make $250, you can take the daily payouts. I think like the kind of like my funded futures or take profit trader. So far, guys, we're just kind of sitting on the sidelines. Yeah, the My Funded Futures, they have a really good deal for first-time users because you can get the all-in accounts basically for $50. But I mean, if you're good at passing evals, but those would be the one of the better prices at the moment for all-in calls. Yeah, I like that too. I don't have to worry. I don't have to feel like I don't feel like I have to pass it soon. Oh, you're short? Oh no, I'm not in no position. We're just kind of sitting on the sidelines at the moment. We've already taken 2 trades this morning. We've taken one funded trade. That was the very first trade. And we've taken a eval trade. So the first trade was this one here where we manipulated the 15 minutes. And once we kind of were blasting out the top of our 15 minutes, we took it for the 30 points here. You made all your money last night, so no trades. Hey, there's nothing better than making all your money overnight, Nick, than coming back the next day and don't have to do anything. That's always the best. Ooh, is this going to be a little bull flag on the 5-minute here for the push up? We hit also our payout on Bewley today, Nix. Probably trade as cheap as you possibly can starting out. Because that's usually what deters people away from trading. It's because they go in super heavy in the beginning and either get themselves in credit card debt and get discouraged and quit. So usually if you can do it as cheap as possible, either with cheap eval accounts or somehow trade on some kind of sim account. We just broke this guy. It's almost like we had a little 5-minute breakout here. I'm just not sure how high we could go if we do continue higher. Ah, dude, I could not move it in time. Damn it. Oh well. That thing just this is something that if you're here often, I do take these on evals on the 5 minutes. So this would be like a little 5 minute bull flag. I prefer three's the better one, but two's kind of iffy. I really haven't made no like massive expensive mistakes in trading because I've never traded my. I've tried to trade my real money like very little, but I knew that wasn't the way to go. So definitely don't start out trading your real money in a broker account starting out. Most people that do that usually lose it. Yeah, I tried to move it up there, Nick, but I couldn't even move it. I didn't expect us to pop freaking 30 points. Oh, that was so dirty. So we are only able to get $100 out of that. I was hoping to get a little bit more. That was the elusive count. So now we need another $150 to pass. So I was hoping to get a little bit more on that one. Yeah, if you go listen to some traders in the beginning, I mean, so I learned from Methodical Man's mistakes. So Methodical Man shared all his mistakes in the very beginning because he started out trading with Top Step back in the day. Oh, no, we were long, Nick. We were long off the imaginary trend line break on that 5 minute pullback. Back above the pivot. But anyways, but excuse me. So I started doing this by Methodical Man sharing it. Oh, dude, we just we just left so much on the table on the freaking Lucif account, dude. 100 points, ripper, all the way probably to the previous day close at 200. I bet, man. I'm not going to chase it now. Yeah, most people online will share their, you know, dude, what the crap, man. Dude, I could have had a elusive banger today. Did not expect this kind of pump on that little 5 minute trend line break. Oh, goodness. That thing hit my 30 points so fast that I didn't even have time to move my 30-point stop loss. Holy goodness. You missed the party. I'd left the party early. Oh, there it goes. It's going for that previous day high up at 349. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I would have kept my runner this long because I would have been targeting the previous day close. So I would have still left money on the table because I would have targeted that previous day close. Do your best not to chase. Sometimes chasing will get you purple. Oh yeah, it happened so fast. I didn't even, I went to move it. I went to move my take profit up higher, but it hit the 30 points within like seconds as soon as I jumped in. Which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's nothing like those nice quick 30-point trades, but it's an eval, so I want to hold it longer. So far, guys, 3 for 3 today. 3 different accounts. So we traded the first funded account early this morning, right after the market opens. A 50-point eval and another 30-point eval. It's been a really good morning so far. I don't see how we don't go up there and touch the 349s, or at least up in that area at the previous day high. Did most of you guys grab any of these longs this morning? Has anybody been short biased and it just keeps going against you? That is the worst. Don't feel bad if that's happening, because that has happened to me multiple times, where you get a bias and man, you just keep trying to short it and we just keep moving up. You just keep shorting it, and it's just wrecking you. It happens to most of us. Oh yeah, definitely with the simulation. So after you're done doing the simulation for a while, just try to find a cheap eval to trade on. So you're putting it, because the more money you put down, the more your motions will change. So it's almost like a 3-step process. So you'll get really good at trading on the simulation account. So you're like, man, I'm invincible. I'm doing everything right. Then you go to evals, and then you'll just go through a lot of up and downs on evals. Then you struggle to pass funded accounts. It's almost like I just now feel like I'm getting to the point where I feel comfortable passing the funded accounts now, trading fundeds. Because I used to struggle with trading my funded accounts quite a bit, where I just wouldn't trade them because I didn't want to mess them up. But the downsizing has helped me a lot over the last, at least over the last 4 or 5 months. The downsizing has helped the most. That's not the midnight opener. I didn't even place the midnight opener on there. Oh yeah, basically anybody that was holding that short last night from up there, we just retraced the whole thing. I don't know if I want to push the button the 4th and 5th time, because it just seems like the time I get to my 4th and 5th trade, I feel like that's where I start taking losses. uh, I mean, I guess if anything, we can always risk the Bewley, because we're up quite a bit on that one from last night. Oh, the short from last night, the 80s. So a lot of times whenever I pull fib on these big 5-minute candles, we're just looking for a percentage pullback. I mean, it's crazy to say this, but this was almost 100-point pullback here. Oh wow, that was back into Fish Lips bread and butter, back into the 25. Fish Lips, you take the 25 long. Dude, Fish Lips is, man, that was a nice trade for the 25 long. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Oh, inside bar. Is this the first inside bar? Got to have a 100-point stop loss, though. There's no way for me to take this, guys. You got to have a 100-point stop loss on this inside bar. Stop loss. That is insane. Oh, my goodness. There's just no effing way. I know. Inside bar. I'm not even touching that inside bar. That thing's 100 points. Dude, look at the size of this 5-minute candle. What, 24.20 all the way up to 24.80. There's just no way. Oh my goodness. That is insane. And you don't realize how big these moves are. So usually you want your inside bar to be less than like 30 points, 40 points max. And so with the inside bars, you just take whatever way it pops is the which way you take the trade. But your stop loss has to go at the other side of the inside bar. So like if this comes down here and won't break this, more likely we're going to go back out the top of the inside bar. I can barely have any candles in this freaking screen because we have like a 200-point candle. Oh, that's dirty. We still got the previous day high level up there, guys, at 349. So still have not broke the inside bar. We're still in the middle of it. Which there's no way to take this without. You could probably take it with 1 micro. I mean, if you, that's still $200 of drawdown just with 1 micro. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let's see if we lose that inside bar. So for it to be a correct inside bar, it would have to sell down 800 points because you're going for a 1-for-1. Do we attempt it with maybe two micros? I don't know. Like I said, it would have to go down 100 points to be a winner. There's the first break. Oh, inside bar is it's already up 30 points. Holy goodness. It looks like it's going to give somebody their 100 points. Holy goodness. Let's see here. Do a little retest. You want to see this area hold. MNQ. All right, we're just going to try this with 2 micros. What an eval. So I don't recommend taking these trades here. This one only has about a 50% win rate. You're actually supposed to have been short from 21 if you wanted to play it right. Runner may get stopped out. I only went in with this with 2 micros, guys. So very, very, very cheap trade. So we're risking 40 bucks, 20 bucks actually. 20 bucks. How much time we got left for a new 5-minute candle? Still 2 minutes. So if you're playing the 5-minute inside bar the right way, your stop loss would have to be up there at 215. Man, these candles are so big. Getting 10 points is like so quick. Uh-oh. So the account that we're taking that on is this one right here because we made we're up 615 and that was mostly last night from the gold trade. And that's just an eval only. Let me see how much more time we got left in a 5-minute candle here. About to have a new 5-minute candle. Remember, this is still considered a valid short with the inside bar. I tried the short on the inside bar. We got 10 points, but our runner got stopped out. So we didn't really make anything on it. Actually, we lost 20 bucks on it. Because we got $10 or 20 bucks on the first, because we were only trading 2 micros because how big the stop really is. So there's no way to go in that heavy. Man, does this get us the nice push up to the what, 350? So that's kind of what I was talking about. It seems like whenever I get to my 4th and 5th trade is where, and that's even really taking too many trades. If you're taking that 4th and 5th trade, always seems to get me. The first 2 are always seem like I can get those first 2 wins. Third one sometimes, but man, it seems like once I get to that 4th and 5th trade every day, the trading becomes very iffy. I'm not sure how everybody else does, but that's usually what happens to me. Michael says the ATR is 75. Oof. I think this thing's going to blast. We blast above that previous day close. What is this, already a 50-point 5-minute candle? Yeah. 50, 60 points. And how much time we got left on it? Still got a minute and a half left. All right, one more minute for a new 5-minute candle. But I'd have a new 5-minute candle. I was hoping that 5 minutes would close above the previous day close. This thing gonna just rip out the bottom. Oh my goodness, that would be insane. Man. We're about to break that 15 minutes again. I mean, that inside bar again. Remember, the inside bar is still valid. It never broke the top of that inside bar. The only thing is how big your stop loss has to be on this crap. Did anybody get caught in the long as it was moving back down? Did anybody buy the top? This is the same area where we shorted a while ago, around the whole number, back below that inside bar. They're just multiple ways. You just kind of need to find a either use real cash or use prop firms that kind of works with your rules, your trading style. I trade on NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is a little bit more difficult to set up. If you're looking for something easier to set up, I usually recommend Tradeovate. Tradeovate's pretty simple to set up. Because with them, you just pretty much sign in and you're ready to go. NinjaTrader, there's usually a few more steps. So you usually got to do an import key because you got to have data. You got to sign RTrader Pro contracts. What else? Then you have to set up your connections in NinjaTrader. So about 3 or 4 different steps you have to do. Man, the size of these candles are insane today, guys. Goodness. Dude, this thing is just ripping people's face off on both ends. This is one of these like instant death type move days where if you're on the wrong side of the candle, it's just like an instant like stopped out. But if you're on the right end, it's almost like an instant win. But it is definitely an instant death type trading today with the size of these candles. It will just wreck you so fast that, especially if you're over leveraged. So if you're in a mini, I mean, you're talking $500-$600 instantly. These are a blow your account up type trading wicks or candles. Because I know I've done my fair share on evals where I've gone in heavy, and it's just instant disaster. Guys, we only have a few more minutes. I have to get my screen set up for My Funded Futures. We're going to be streaming on My Funded Futures TV. If you guys want to join us, it'll be me and Methodical Man from 11:30 to 12:30. Hopefully we'll get some decent movement over there today. The last few days, it's been pretty choppy for the first 30 minutes. Yesterday was choppy. The whole hour it was choppy. I think we still were able to get a 30-point trade yesterday. So far today, we've taken 4 trades. The first one was my funded account. We took for the way that I had my take profit set up today was 15 points and 30 points with 3 micros. So usually this morning it was set up 60, 120. Just with 3 micros. So the first 2 come off at 60 ticks. Then the last one comes off at 30. Then whenever I go to eval, a lot of times I'll bump it down back down to 10. The third trade was this one right here where we drew the little imaginary trend line. And we hit the 30 points so fast that I didn't even have time to move my stop loss. I mean, my take profit. Like it was just instant. It looks like we're building some nice little 5-minute liquidity here for a possible break any minute. Remember, guys, tomorrow the stock market's closed, so it could be very choppy tomorrow. I think futures is still open for some prop firms till 12. So technically, this is the Friday in the trading world. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you if you joined us over in My Funded Futures, and we will either see you there or probably tonight. Thank you.